Hello everyone and welcome to another RaceRoom video, and we have made it to the dance. This is my first ever endurance race. I've spent most of Sunday afternoon practicing the Nurburgring because it's a track I've never driven before and it's taken quite a bit of learning, but I feel like I know my way around reasonably well now, and in fact I've just finished qualifying where I posted a PB time of 158.9. All through practice this afternoon I could only ever get into the 159, so I was really pleased with my qualifying time. However, it is only good enough for 20th on the grid, so it just goes to show what a high standard I'm going to be up against over the coming 60 minutes. So let's see how we get on. Okay boys, time to get comfy, settle down with a coffee, because we're about to go racing for an hour. Decent getaway there, I'm really happy with that. But all my attention is going to be on this sharp right-hander, turn one. Really don't want to be picking up any damage so early in a long race, so let's be as cautious as possible. Oh, I've been tapped already, so that's the first incident points. The car's all around me and I'm a bit out of shape. Oh, and I've somehow still facing the right direction. I think the second contact did me a huge favour then, otherwise I might have been on the grass. But yeah, we've lost a lot of positions there. That was a messy first turn. The first contact was a tap from behind. I couldn't have done much about that, but the second one I think was my fault. When I clipped the car to the outside of me, I drifted a bit and didn't turn in sharp enough. And yeah, that sent me into a spin, but luckily the third contact rammed me back into the right direction, so we managed to rejoin, possibly a bit easier than it would have been. But yeah, 24th. And there's a yellow out, so is someone off? Yeah, there's someone on the infield. So that has gained us one position back. Oh, and a big move up the inside of me there. Pfeiffer makes the pass stick. Again, I'm not going to try and defend. It's early in the race. I don't want to make any mistakes. Just going to keep it smooth. I wanted to get through these first few laps without any damage, and despite those bumps and knocks in turns 1 and 2, we're okay at the moment. Or a couple of other cars have missed their braking point coming into the chicane. We might get a place back around the outside of that Porsche. We have done. So lap 1 complete, 29 more to go. It's going to be a long evening. Finding turn 1 so much easier to gauge with that bollard. Up when I was practicing earlier, there was no bollard there and I was really struggling to find the apex. So as I say that, Lair in the Porsche we overtook just before the final turn. He's got his place back. Again, I left the door pretty wide open. Right, let's go back and look at a replay of the start because I want to see exactly what happened in turns 1 and 2. I'm reasonably sure the contact in turn 2 was my fault, but it would be good to see. I'm buried in the pack of cars there. Just keep an eye out for the Porsche, the white Porsche with the green and black trim. That's me. Right in the thick of things. And there's a tap from behind. That didn't cause too much trouble, but then yeah, watch me make the move up the inside and I just drift out. And the contact sends me into a spin, but luckily my front end gets clipped and straightens me out. And then at the end of the lap, yeah, there's the contact of the two cars in front of me. Sent them both wide at the chicane. One rejoined, but the other struggled, and I was able to get around the outside just as we approached the last turn. Nice little gap opening up behind me now. I'm pleased with that. Always feel much happier when there's a clear road behind me. when I can turn my full attention to what's going on in front. Said it before in my videos, but I do get flustered quite easily when I've got cars up close behind me. So I'm feeling a bit more comfortable here now. Just got to stay close to Timo and the guys ahead. Yellows are out. Have we lost someone? Can't see anything. And oh yeah, there's someone in the pit lane, so they must have spun out. So that has given us one place back, and there's more smoke, and there's a car upside down as we go past. Wow, what on earth has happened there? I don't quite know how you can end up resting on your roof on the start and finish straight, but something big must have happened. And oh, and there's someone out at T1 as well. So we're starting to gain positions now. Mistakes are being made. Just got to make sure that none of them are made by me. Right, let's take a breather and go back and see what caused all that mayhem on the final turn. First of all, keep an eye on the Mercedes. Just get a little too close to the Porsche in front and crunch right into the pit wall. Did ever so well to get off the racing line as quickly as he could there. And as for the Bentley, who ended up on his roof, we're riding with the car behind to find out what happened to him. And as you can see, the Bentley makes a move up the inside, but we know there's a car already spun out there. So he has to ease off his line, and then he gets clipped from the car he's trying to overtake. He gets helped on his way again and rides the wall, and that's what turns him over. You can see the same incident in the background here, but cast your eyes to the front and watch these two Porsches come together into T1. It's the bright green Porsche that's really late on the brakes and clips the car in front, sends him spinning around. And it's so difficult to rejoin safely here with so many cars entering that corner. He tries it there but spins around. I'm not sure whether he backed out of it or whether he gave it too much gas, but by the time he rejoins again, he's lost so many positions and just threads it through there. That gap behind, it's decreasing quite quickly now. I think I'm going to be under attack soon for this position. Don't know if that BMW is going to be close enough to try and move on the inside into turn one. He's thinking about it. Yeah, he's going to give it a go. Okay, I'm going to try and let him run on and cut back up the inside if he drifts wide, which he has done. I think I've got the drive. Oh, whoa. Just barged completely off my line there, and I think it's going to cost me another position as well. It has. Yeah, that was an aggressive move. I think I was holding my line okay, but I'd need to see the replay to be sure of it. So yeah, there's Dobber in the BMW making a move up the inside. I thought he might run wide, so I tried the tight cut back, get on the gas early. Dobber runs really wide, but then comes right back. And he was going for that line whether I was there or not. And yeah, that knocked me out really wide, so that's cost me 2 positions. Oh, Puta behind, getting really close now. He was right on my tail going into that corner. He's obviously got pace, so I'm guessing he might be making a move shortly. Is he going to get the drive out of this turn? I'm not going to defend, so the inside will be there if he wants it. Give him a bit of space. And I was expecting to see him come through there, but there was a yellow flag briefly. And we seem to have lost him, so something's happened there. Don't know if he ran wide or something. I mean, I thought I gave him enough space. Hope that's not my fault. I did try and give him enough room on the inside to make the pass if he wanted it. Oh, and another yellow flag. It's another spin. Just on the exit of the chicane, so we've gained a position back. 22nd. Right, I'm really interested to see what happened to Puta because he was right behind me coming out of these turns, and like I say, I left the space for him on the inside. I suspected he was going to make a move. Oh, and he's just frozen. So obviously some sort of connection error, but that explains why he didn't come past me when I expected him to. And then a couple of corners further on, there's the spin that gave me 22nd position back. Well, whatever happened to Puta, he's recovered well because he's coming back with a vengeance. It's right on my tail again. And all really late on the brakes up the inside. There wasn't much room there, but I need to give him the space now. Oh, and it's let the Mercedes-Benz through as well. So now we've dropped 2 positions again. Back to 24th. I was hoping this race would settle down now 10 minutes in, but it's still pretty intense. Still feels like a sprint race at the moment. And we've still got 50 minutes to go. Incredible stuff. I mean, I knew the standard was going to be high in this race, but it's higher than I even expected. I thought I'd be a little bit further up now if I stayed out of trouble, because I thought I could pick off more mistakes, but yep, not many mistakes are being made. We've seen a couple of spins, but nothing too much. And yeah, for all our hard work, we're still down in 24th. Really hard going. Oh, yellow's out. Oh, just as I was talking about mistakes. It looks like one's been made in T1. I don't know how many cars are involved or how many places we've even gained at the moment. But yeah, that was right in the racing line. So we did well to get around that. Looks like we might have only gained 1 position. Right, just checking out the replay of that incident, and it looks like it's Dobber in the BMW involved again. And it is, look, yeah, he gives the Porsche in front a real clout and spins him round. And then takes that same wide exit that he did before he gave me a thump. Man, that PlayStation BMW really taking no prisoners in T1. 3 minutes till the pit window opens. Oh, and I'm going to move up the inside into the chicane. That's the Bentley gone through. So we've slipped another position. And we've got 2 more cars right behind as well. We could be going further back if I don't start concentrating. I might need to start getting a bit more defensive. I've not really driven defensively so far, but we're losing positions too much here. I'm going to have to tighten it up a little bit, I think. There's a Porsche having a sniff up the inside here. I don't think he's got the line to get it done as long as I keep it tight on this left-hander. Yeah, we've kept ahead. Again, keep it tight around here. And then get a good exit. Hammer the gas onto the straight. So we've held the position for now. Don't think this one's done. I think he'll be coming back for more. Find myself in 26 in a minute if I'm not careful. Oh, there he goes. Really late on the brakes. I need to tighten it up as much as I can, as quickly as I can. I don't want the other car coming through as well. He's alongside me though, but I have got the inside if I just hold firm. Keep my line, he's still alongside. Oh, he's had to ease off. That was close. That was really close. Yeah, Pfeiffer behind. Looks like he's got pace as well. I could be finding myself in 26 before too long. Really getting carved up here. Is Pfeiffer going to have a look? No, he's thought better of it. Don't know what these other guys are running in terms of pit strategies, but I think mine might be costing me a bit of speed here. I decided to go with the full fuel tank so that I didn't need a refill in the pits and just change the tyres instead. As I say that, Fife has a look up the inside, but he thinks better of it. Just need to hold my line through here again. But yeah, as I was saying about pits, I thought I'd just fill the fuel tank from the start, not have to worry about refilling, and then just replace the tyres when I make my pit stop. I know you can save time by just changing one set of tyres, but I have gone with changing both sets just so the feel of the car is more even and I'm less likely to make a mistake. That's the theory anyway. But yeah, it's really tight here. We're quarter of an hour in and still feeling like a sprint race. There's no let up. Pfeiffer's going to have another look on the inside, is he? I need to try and keep this line tight. Oh, he's right behind. He's going to come past soon, surely. He's definitely got the speed on me. Maybe I am carrying just a bit too much weight with the extra fuel. And I know I'm driving the Porsche as well, which has got an extra 25 kilos ballast, which again I thought about when picking the car, but given that I don't know the track, I thought I was safest to pick the car that I feel most comfortable with. And my last few GT3 races I've driven this car, so that's why I've stuck with it, even if it is carrying a bit more weight. We are gaining on this group in front. I think they're battling, which is costing them a bit of time. I had a sneaky little look up the inside of the Bentley there, but that wasn't really serious. There wasn't room to pull it off. But we're getting closer to Solar ahead. Oh no, I'm too late on the brakes. I'm going to hit him. Oh, I tried to get around him. That wasn't a pass. I was just trying to avoid him, but that must have looked like a real dive bomb. Oh man, that wasn't good at all by me. I'm relieved to see Solar in the Bentley still on the track, because that was reckless. Must have only missed my braking point by a few centimetres, but straight away I knew I was out of control. And I knew I was heading straight for Solar. Tried to avoid him. But understandably, he won't be happy with me. And oh, there's another spin! So we've gained one position back. And hopefully, things will settle down now, because I'm starting to feel the pressure a bit. Right, this is the replay of the pass on Solar, and I use the term pass loosely because this was a dive bomb. I was out of control. And although it doesn't look quite as bad from the replay as it did from the cockpit view, I was still in the wrong. So yeah, Solar, if you're watching this, sincerely apologise for that, because that was reckless. And then a few corners further on, this is Lieberman in the Porsche being spun out. Still being hounded by Pfeiffer behind. He's working really hard to get around me. He's having a look on the left. I'm going to take the defensive line, but he's got a good drive. I suspect he's got the power to get around me, even though I'm on the inside line. He has. Is he going to drift wide? A tiny bit, but not enough to do any damage. He's made that position stick. That was a good pass from Pfeiffer. He's driven really well behind me, actually. He's been pushing me really hard, but it's been fair. And I've always felt safe with him in the rearview mirror. So now I've got to try and stick with him. Although I have got Solar coming up close in my rear view. And if he wants to make a pass, I'm certainly not going to make it hard for him. That'll be the least I can do after that dive bomb. Although it looks like he's run wide because he's lost a lot of time in that final turn. This was Pfeiffer's pass, and yeah, although I took the defensive line, I didn't have the speed, and he got around quite easily. And then Solar just catching me, but yeah, must have just missed his braking point and ran a little wide. Oh, got completely out of shape in that corner. Don't know if that's the first warning sign that my tyres might be past their best. But yeah, really lost grip. And that's cost me a lot of time. That's brought Solar back into play. He's within a second now behind me. And like I said before, I feel duty bound to make it as easy as possible for him if he wants to pass. After what I did to him in T1. In hindsight, I should have given the position back straight away, but I didn't, so if he's coming for me, I'll do everything I can to make it safe for him. He's right close now. He's obviously later on the brakes into the chicane than I am, because he gained on me there before. Plus, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about my tyres after being so close to spinning out. So might have to consider the pit stop before too long. And here comes Solar again. He's going to have a look up the inside. So yeah, I'm going to stay out wide for this one. You can have that place, mate. And hopefully we're even. As I said, the least I could do after that attempt a few laps ago. Still feel bad about that. It's not the type of pass I want to make. And I do take pride in not being reckless, but I certainly let my standard slip then. But we're even now. Solar's got his place back. He's in 18th, although I'm assuming now that cars are pitting. Yeah, I'm really struggling for pace now. Look how easy Solar's getting away from me. I think it's a combination of aging tyres and obviously still a half full fuel tank, whereas if these guys are planning on refilling, they'll be having near empty tanks now and a lot less weight to carry. Although someone's binned it. Oh, that looks like Puta, who we were battling with earlier. So he's obviously come to grief. So yeah, here's Puta getting it all wrong, coming out of that fast chicane, and he just can't hold it. And oh, what an impact! That was a huge impact into the wall. You've got to see this again from the onboard. Get the sick bag out, because this was violent. Wow. No, I said I was planning to pit at the halfway mark. But while we're just about keeping with these guys, I want to try and make these tyres last a little bit longer, so we can hopefully benefit from the newer tyres at the end of the race if we need them. But yeah, we are sticking with Solar just about. Might be able to get a couple more laps out of them. Oh, as I say that, I've lost the rear and we're off. Oh, and a big hit into the wall as well. We've got away with that. There's no damage. But I've gambled with the tyres and I think I might have made the wrong choice. Oh, that's proved costly. That's cost a lot of time. Oh, and Puta's back behind as well. He's right up close on me. That's just taken my attention away, and I've not called up my pit request then. So we are going to have to go another lap. It looks like Puta went in. Puta's taken his stop. But yeah, I'm not sure if this was bad tyres or bad driving. or most likely a combination of the two. But I've never had a spin on that corner. Right, it's definitely time to pit. As I said earlier, I'm not putting any fuel in, but I will replace both sets of tyres. I don't want the car feeling uneven. So I'd rather just have new tyres all round, even though I know the pit stop will be a bit longer. Yeah, I'm really struggling to get this car around now. As I say that, we just drift wide. Yeah, the sooner we get these new tyres on, the better. It's a bit late to be thinking this, but I really should have practiced pit stops. I think I might have put my limiter on way too early. Don't think the speed limit starts until there. I panicked when I saw the red alert come up and pressed it too early. So again, that's cost even more time. Oh, I might have overshot my berth as well. No, I'm alright. What a donut. I was ramming it in reverse there and trying to get back into it. I thought I'd gone too far. But oh, it's just nice to have a breather. Right, away we go. So looking at my relative board, we're going to be starting to get lapped. I'm kind of hoping no one's going to come up on me as we hit turn 1, because it's tight at the best of times. Even more so when you're coming out of the pits, and yeah, someone is about to come round. I'm going to have to try and be as really tight as possible. I really don't want to get in the way. I'm going to leave that gap on the inside. Please get round as quickly as you can. Yeah, he's through. Okay, phew. That's the last thing I wanted to do, was come out of the pits and career into someone else. But again, all of that has cost me time. My pit strategy sounded good on paper, but the execution has been horrific. Okay, so after the world's worst pit stop, we found ourselves about 6.5 seconds shy of Rummerman in 21st. So I'm just going to skip through some highlights of the next few laps, because I was pretty much driving around on my own. And to be honest, I was grateful for it, because the first half of the race was so intense. I was feeling exhausted already. And as you can see, we've skipped on about 6 or 7 minutes from the pit stop, and that 6.5 second gap to Rummerman is now down to about 4 seconds. Clearly the new tyres were working, and I was feeling a lot more confident with the car. And as you can see, up in front, just a speck, but that is Rummerman, so I can see him now. And that's given me the bit between my teeth. I really want to push and get closer. As we come up to this chicane, look, yeah, you can see him clearly now, so we're definitely gaining on him. And the new tyres are giving me the confidence I need just to push that little bit harder. And my fuel tank is probably at a similar level to the other cars now, so we're not carrying any extra weight. And as we power down the start-finish straight, I'm going to skip forward another couple of laps and rejoin the action with us around 3.5 seconds behind Rummerman. Oh, just got on the gas too early there. And that's a costly mistake. That's undone all our progress of the last few laps. Yeah, just got a bit greedy with the gas on the exit to that turn. And ram wide. And the blue flags are out now. I've got the leader, it looks like, behind me, so that's going to be a panic. I certainly don't want to get involved with this. I'm going to try and keep a tight line on the inside, and hopefully he'll have the power to get by me easily. I don't want to cause any delays or problems. Has he passed yet? Yeah, there he is. I'm just going to tuck him behind, brake extra early. Don't want a repeat of the dive bomb incident. But yeah, all of this has cost me valuable time. Look at the gap to Rimmerman now. It's almost 8 seconds. That advantage has doubled. Firstly from my mistake, and then me having to ease off the gas to let the leader through. Oh. Okay, well, fast forward through the action again now to the final 5 or 6 minutes, and I thought it was all over with 10 minutes to go when that gap went back up to 8 seconds. But I started lapping really consistently again, and I soon saw that gap coming down. Rimmerman now is again less than 4 seconds ahead of me. But just as I start thinking that 20th position might be doable, I see the blue flags again. This time it's the car in second place. He's caught me up and will be looking to lap me very, very shortly. But I really don't want to lose as much time as I did when I let the leader through a few laps earlier. I go back onto the racing line for this turn because he wasn't quite close enough. And then I try and keep it tight here, see how close he gets. He's getting closer. So I'm just about to hit the apex there, and I decide that I might be able to open up the door here, let him sneak up the inside without losing too much time myself. Just made sure I gave him that extra bit of room, and he got by okay, hopefully without delay. And as you can see, we're back up to racing speed, and that gap has increased to Rimmerman, but only to 4.9 seconds. So a little bit of damage, but not too much, although that didn't help there, running a bit wide. But I still had 5 minutes to push, so we're going to fast forward again and rejoin the race for the final couple of laps. Done really well to get as close as this, but I fear we're just going to run out of time. 2 minutes 10 left on the clock, so there's probably 2 laps left. And the gap's almost down to a second now. I'm the closest I've been to Rimmerman since I came out of the pits. But time is running out. Got to be so accurate now. Hit every apex. Hit every braking point. And get as close as we can. We're well within a second now. We're definitely gaining. Closing right in on these corners. He's very quick on the exit. Gets a couple of tenths there. Try and stay as flat out as possible out of this corner. Doing everything we can to get on his tail. Yeah, got a good exit out of that turn this time. I tend to be quicker than him in this chicane, so we might be able to gain a bit of time here. If I get my line right, I'll just clip the curb on the inside. Seem to have got away with that. We're right with him. If I can get in his draft and the start-finish straight. No, I might not be close enough for that this time, but we're going to get another lap. Try and cut tight up the inside. We're almost alongside him. Not got the power to do it, though. He'll be seeing us in his rearview mirror. Hopefully, he'll be panicking. We might be able to force him into a mistake. Didn't quite get the line I wanted through those turns. It's cost me a tenth or two. Right, stay on him. It'll be now or never if we can push. We're right behind him again. Rumman's driving such a smooth race. He's not making any mistakes, so he's drifted a bit wide there. If we can get a good exit. Oh, pushed it way too hard, giving it everything through there, lost the rear. Oh, what a big hit. Big hit, we've picked up damage. I don't want to reverse onto the track because there'll be cars coming around. But I think I can rejoin safely. Yeah, we're going to be lapped by third and fourth. But thankfully they've got around okay. We haven't lost a position, but yeah, I was just pushing it beyond the limit there. Trying to keep up with Rimmerman. Almost threw it all away, but yeah, this is the last lap. The checkered flags come out. So yeah, we certainly gave it everything we had then. And yeah, rather spectacular exit, but thankfully no harm done. And we're going to cross the line in 21st. And there we go. My first 1 hour endurance in the bag. And I'm exhausted. So yeah, here's the replay of me ending the race in typical fashion. Just on the gas way too much. Lost control. Front end into the wall. And Rummerman probably breathes a sigh of relief. But there we go. We've done it. We've finished. And we've even gained a bit of reputation, incredibly. But my rating has suffered a slight hit. It's just dipped down below 1600 again. But I'm not too worried about that. My goal was to do an endurance race. And I'm delighted to say I've achieved it. And that just leaves us one last thing to check, and that's the classified results. And a huge congratulations to the winner, Schmenk, because to win a race like this is no easy task. I knew it was going to be tough, but I didn't think it was going to be as tough as it was. It's certainly not called an endurance for nothing. And finally, a big well done to any of you who've stuck with this video for the entire duration, because I'm expecting it's going to be a lot longer than the normal videos I post. So please do let me know what you think of the longer format, and whether you want to see more endurance races or whether you prefer the sprints. But for now, I'll bid you farewell. I need a sleep.